All right, here we are. It's moving day at the 2021 European Disc Golf Championships in this beautiful Frans Ferdinand course, and it's been 3 days of absolute greatness. It's beautiful weather, and I'm joined here with Simon Lizotte. What's up, buddy?
Still out here, still trying, and we have the pleasure of playing probably my favorite course in the world. This place is just an absolute blast, beautiful, lots of history on this course, and yeah, excited for round 3.
And what a round we're gonna have. We're halfway at the tournament, so there are 2 rounds to go. And at the moment, leading the tournament, the Finnish sniper Niklas Anttila with a score of 23 under. He shot 13 down yesterday. We have Josef Berg from Borås, Sweden, and of course Simon on the card again. And the 4th player is also from Borås, Sweden, Linus Carlsson, the highest rated player in Sweden with a rating of 1033. And as you know, guys, you have been following this broadcast, we have hole 1, which is the downhill make it or break it hole. And you've been OB twice on this hole. So what's your strategy on this on the 3rd day?
I'm throwing the same disc, same strategy, maybe a bit stubborn, but my main goal for this round was throw it in bounds on hole 1 no matter what.
Okay, we're gonna see Niklas for the first time on this tournament, and he had a great round. He's bogey-free 2 rounds, 23 under, and he has one of those very silent ways of playing. He doesn't really communicate a lot with the players. He's very calm and collective, and he's going. Is this an OB? It is close.
It was very close, and we ended up calling it inbounds. He threw a provisional, of course, from the drop zone, but it was so close, too close to call, and in disc golf, of course, we have the rule.
Yeah.
Too close to call, benefit goes to the player.
So he's probably going to do a provisional from the drop zone anyway. And Josef has been playing very well. I mean, he's a newer name. We haven't seen him, on tournaments on the lead cards before, at least on the international level. And it's been a pleasure to watch him play. And he's going with that right side shot. So he's been playing this hole very safely.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say that about myself. It didn't look like a great shot, but technically it's a better shot than I've ever thrown on this hole this tournament. So here we go. That's my overstable mid-range, just this time in my head. Throw it into the trees on the right.
Go wide.
Give it a chance.
And that's much wider.
It was much wider. It was a bit lower, but gets a skip roll.
A third.
3 time is the charm.
3 bogeys in a row.
Or that's whatever is the opposite of the charm. That's what I'm feeling right now.
That's a German turkey right there. Okay, again, bad start for you, but you're going to pick yourself up, I'm sure. Linus is he's a very known player in Sweden. He's the top player in Sweden for, I would say, a couple last years. And he hasn't been playing much. I think he said that he has played only a couple tournaments this year. This line looks good.
Yeah, Linus is Swedish champion.
Yes, he is. And that's a bullseye hit.
And I think he won that tournament by a substantial amount of strokes as well. So that's a tough disc golf scene to dominate. And he's solid.
And this is provisional from Niklas. High sidearm into the circle like 6 meters. And then you have the putter shot.
Yeah, I've had a lot of practice on this shot, so I wasn't worried about this one.
Yeah, identical for the last 2 rounds. A bummer.
Yeah, honestly, really deflating and very frustrating, of course. I wasn't really mad at this point. I was just more sad, which is almost a worse feeling to have on the course.
And I think we've seen this kind of a play from Josef earlier rounds, and now you're going to make the call. It's close, right?
Yeah, for me, I wish that a lot of pro players would treat this similarly, that if you have to look at it for more than 10 seconds and think about it, it always should be inbounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not clear, we clearly have the rule, benefit goes to the doubt. And even if you have to do this, it's inbounds. No questions asked.
Oh, yeah. So this is Niklas for birdie.
Yeah.
Is this in or out?
I think this is just outside the circle, and it's a bit uphill, so this is a lengthy putt.
Okay. Niklas is actually known for his putt, so he's been practicing that putt.
Shout out to my dad, left side of the screen,
Oh.
came out to watch and do commentary.
Yeah, he's doing the commentary for the FPO side. So if you want to see the best FPO players in the Europe, please go to More Disc Golf. They have a new YouTube channel. Support them, subscribe them. They have a great content there.
And Linus still waiting to tap in his birdie.
That's the way you want to start your round, right?
Oh, yeah. He watched a lot of throws between his first and second.
Okay, hole 2. This is the uphill hole. It's basically a tall wide hyzer to the landing zone. If you're a right-handed player, you can see from here that this guy was short from the corner, so then you need to manufacture something different. This is the ideal landing zone right here, which would leave you a pretty standard sidearm skip shot onto the green. And actually this hole was, the basket was moved 3 meters closer because of we're actually playing on the castle yard, and that has a different owner, that green, than the tee area. So the owner of the castle, which is, I think it's a, some government level owner, wanted us to move the basket a little bit closer and away from their yard.
3 meters.
3 meters.
That's fantastic. Also, it's good for moving day. Makes it more attackable.
Okay, here's Niklas with the high hyzer, and he's playing it just around the corner, and that should leave him a good look.
This was my first round ever playing with Niklas. He hasn't been playing for that long, which is almost amazing on how consistent and how good he is. Everyone in Finland, of course, knows his skills. I think he's the guy to beat right now in Finland.
Yes, he is. And Josef hits the right side tree, and that's going to leave him in a very tricky position. He didn't get much distance on that, and you're going to have this tall hyzer.
Yeah, round 2, I remembered I threw it a bit short, and I was a bit more frustrated this time, so I got a bit extra power, and that was pretty much the ideal shot.
Yeah, sometimes you need angry Simon.
Sometimes you do.
Okay, let's see where Josef ended up. So he's actually lining up to right side gap. There is like gaps inside those woods.
Yeah, birdie's out of play right now, and you can actually go where he's throwing now, actually off the tee, which is a play I did a couple of years ago at this course. But this was a perfect shot. He got all the way through. Birdie's out of play, but from there it's going to be a very simple up and down for par. So even though an error tee shot, it's a good scramble stat right there.
Yes, and Linus has I think that's a putter. So he didn't make the corner, so he needs to do the kind of a floaty Annie.
Yeah, he was cut off hard on that corner, and he went actually through the rough on the left side, but hit the gap. If he was going for that gap, that was an absolutely fantastic shot, and he's just outside circle 1 putting for birdie.
Yeah, that was a good shot. And Niklas, like you said, you haven't seen him because he actually joined PDGA 2017. So I think Niklas has played only like 5 seasons. But as you can see, he has a pretty complete game. Sidearm, backhand, also roller.
And he is so small and he doesn't seem like the athlete that can throw a disc extremely precisely and hard. But no, I was super impressed. It's very, very fun to watch him throw.
Niklas is a flyweight who throws like a heavyweight.
Yeah, you could totally say that.
And this is an up and down for par. And nicely done. Okay, so you're basically having a birdie, and Linus is having a long look for birdie. Well, this is 12 meters.
Beautiful, dead center. Linus, great start. 2 under through 2. Those are not 2 gimme holes at all. And Linus putts on this little floaty anhyzer, which I really like to watch. It's very slow, but very accurate.
Very touchy and great putt for Linus. He's 22, so Niklas is 20, I think, 1920. So we're looking at one of the best and also the youngest players on European Tour.
I'm the old guy.
Yes, these guys, they joined PDGA after I stopped playing PDGA tournaments.
Yeah, 12 years after me.
Okay, we go to hole 3. Hole 3, this is the perfect disc golf hole. It has pretty much everything from the elevation, sloping greens, giant trees. You know, you can go off the tee like sidearm, backhand, roller, basically any shot. And it's basically snaking around these beautiful trees with this actually hundreds of years of old park, and ending up a quite fast slopey green. And we've seen so far only one eagle, I guess, and that was made by Øyvind.
Øyvind from Norway. I've played with him a handful of times, and he did it with a roller, and then circle 1 putt, which I've never seen someone get circle 1 here.
Yeah, that's an average of 500 feet of roller and then a putt. Pretty cool. And Linus going with the roller. I think he left it too left, low, right?
Yeah, I don't think he got quite over on that enough. And he's, of course, frustrated because he's not in the sweet spot, but he's still definitely in a spot where a birdie is very gettable, but the eagle is completely out of play.
And Niklas is also aiming for roller. He looked like worried.
I do?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't look very happy.
So Niklas is having a pretty similar line to Linus, but it's a little bit shorter, so he might have an angle to attack a little bit further from there. And yesterday you hit the early branch, so that's probably something that you don't want to do now. Do you like this angle?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I forced it over. I thought it was going to get up the hill a bit further, but it stayed straight a long time. That's what the slope does to the rollers, but that's still a good spot. I can still throw a attacking second shot from there.
And guaranteed we're going to see a 4th roller from Josef. This is his very flippy driver.
This is a very seasoned disc. That disc has been in his bag over many seasons. It's like it barely even looks like a disc anymore. So he can throw that on a hyzer and it still turns into a roller. Those are fun kind of trick shot discs.
And you're still like, that red stake was 150 meters, so you're pretty much, most of you are like 200 meters out. Tells a little bit of this hole. Maybe a little bit too inside, yeah. And Josef hits that corner tree, actually the last one standing there, so it used to be a much more difficult, that corner. And Linus actually has a very difficult lie for his shot, so this is basically just a layup for the next shot, right?
Yeah, he probably has to throw the same shot twice, like that big hyzer and now another big hyzer, and then try to make a putt for birdie. Not ideal, but he's definitely still, after 2 under on the first 2 holes, he's still ready to attack.
And now you can see that it's also a little obstructed, this lie for Niklas, so he just goes for the gap, and that will leave him like 100-meter approach, and you need to go for this, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to put pretty much full power that I can throw right now onto this shot. I was just barely up the hill enough to avoid those branches.
Oh.
And that actually got way further down there than I thought it was going to, and I'm left myself with like a 17, 18 meter look for eagle.
That was a smash. So this is a blind shot for Linus. So he goes wide, high, and lets the disc gets to work, and he's landed on the green.
That's the very easy mistake to make, is make it a bit too high and not quite push it up the hill to the right, and then let it funnel to the basket.
Yeah, Niklas is aiming to very right side, so he's gonna go.
Yeah, look how wide that is.
But it's still tracking.
He didn't like it at first, but then he turned around and changed his mind real quick, because that is textbook.
Yeah, that was a very nice hyzer. He used all the fairway. So this is a sidearm approach from Josef.
Very interesting play to go sidearm from there. I kind of like it because then the disc falls back into the slope, but I think 99% of players would have chosen just a backhand hyzer, because that's the way you avoid the easy trouble.
So this is a green light, as Nate Doss would say.
I definitely have the green light, but I also have the green branches in my face.
Okay, now I see. Oh, and just off the rim, a nice little roll.
Yeah, friendly little roll reminder that, yep, got to try a bit harder next time. But yeah, that was maybe an inch more. And
this is another C2 putt for Linus. And another birdie.
Wow, just sneaking it in nice and slow.
Yeah, that was a slow but obviously very successful putt. And now you made your birdie. So yesterday you started with the bogey par. Now you're bogey birdie. So you're back under par.
Yeah, like round one, bogey birdie. It's again not what I was dreaming of, but it's okay. It's still lots of holes to get. You can pretty much get all these holes out here. You just got to throw the shots. Playing an 18 under round out here wouldn't even feel that amazing because the shots are all right there. You just got to throw them.
Yep. And now we're heading to hole 4. This is actually one of the hardest hole compared to the par because, well, there is some danger on the left and right, and also you can do some putting games here because the basket is right located next to the slope. I wanted to create this hole in a way that you can go here to the right and land safely on the green, which will, leave you the death putt. Or you can aim and try go for the basket, but then you need to have basically those trees in your line and you can have funky kicks and stuff like that. Linus is on fire. He's 3 under through 3 holes and now he's on the box. This is probably a fairway driver, and that's
an oopsie.
Yeah. It's called oido in Swedish.
Yeah, Linus probably a bit confused on what just went wrong.
Yeah, depending on the skip, that could be a very bad. So Niklas low. This is kind of a perfect shape for the shot, and it's also a perfect shot.
Yeah, he made that look so easy. And I had to follow that.
Yeah, and when you make the shot, it feels also easy. I mean, it's just basically a basic straight little anhyzer shot, and you're actually following very, very closely. Is this high enough?
Yeah, I had the line just so perfect.
A little bit too low.
The foot too low, and then you hit that slight wall, and I bounced back like a couple feet as well. So I'm way outside the circle.
Mm-hmm. And Josef is also using that hyzer flip style that we have seen last days, and he also hits the left side. So Team Sweden having a little bit trouble here on hole 4.
Yeah, Josef got a favorable kick, so he's kind of back in the fairway and has a much easier upshot, but Linus is in jail here, and he was struggling to find the shot and the line here. Chose a putter forehand.
Yes. And what a shot. That's a ultimate scramble.
That was... I was not expecting him to have a tap in par here. That was amazing.
Yeah, so this is much closer, but obviously it's still playing for par.
Yeah, right out of his hand he said, oh no, because he thought he left it way short, but I think it just had enough glide to sneak up in there to be in the comfortable zone of like 6-7 meters.
Another circle 2 putt coming up.
Yeah, I had a straight line at the basket, chose to go turn over to avoid going long down the hill. Tried to give it a run, but couldn't quite turn it over enough.
Mm-hmm. And a nice save for Josef. And in Finland, this is called nikkenosto, which is basically a tap-in. He can make a tap-in, I mean, he can make a putt to look like a tapping all the way to, 6 meters.
Yeah, he is just an overall solid player. There's nothing really to say. You got to watch and learn.
Yep. And a great save for Linus on that hole. And another par. Hole 5. This is kind of a multi-option hole. You can go down low by the banners and then go up like 100 meters to the green, like this drone is flying. Or then you can take the shortcut we're going to see at least from you on this hole. And that kind of cuts the distance like maybe even 30-40 meters.
Yeah, with the perfect sky turnover shot, you can get all the way up there to the green almost. I've done it maybe a handful of times over the last couple of years, but not here yet.
And Niklas is opting the shortcut. And it's a little bit too much angle, but I think he's on the kind of open side of the fairway.
Yeah, he got caught up by a couple of branches in that first tree, but pushed through it, and he's in the fairway. He's still far away from the basket, but he's definitely in position.
And Linus is going with the roller, so this is going the lower route. And actually the roller is going, to the right, so he's in a good position. So he went way down there, and now he's facing a 100+ meter upshot.
Yeah, he's in the sweet spot for the lower play.
And this is the high shot. This is a very difficult to film. You're going so much high, and similar to Niklas, you didn't get it flex back.
Yeah, because of round 2. Remember when I flexed back into the bushes? I was really trying to avoid that, and I'm top of the hill. I'm standing above the basket now, so I have a downhill approach shot.
Yeah, that's the mistake you want to make. And this is actually very interesting play. On the first time we were looking, Joseph, we thought that was a shank, but that is by purpose. So he's cutting the corner with the roller and going inside the trees, which is very tricky way to get to the landing zone.
It is a sneaky gap that I've never even looked at, and I usually like to look at all the different gaps.
And this sidearm is tracking perfect.
Yeah, it plays the skip perfectly, slides right up to the basket.
So, oh my God. It was 1 meter from the basket, and now he's...
It was even closer than we thought it was. It was absolutely perfect. There's nothing you can do about that, and that rolled all the way outside circle 2.
That's a robbery. So this is flexed sidearm a little bit. No, that was perfect. It looked like it goes too much wide left, but it was so overstable, so it came back, and I'm still feeling the roll away with Niklas, because there was nothing he could do better. And you have the open putter shot. You just need to beat that tree, which you didn't. You hit something there, right? But not the tree.
Yeah, it was again. I was happy with the throw. Didn't turn out in my favor. It caught like the last little piece of bark of the tree and stuck right there, like an inch different again, and it's parked. And Linus just Linus played this hole just exactly as he drew it up.
There was no drama. Another stress-free birdie, and so this was the result of that sidearm of Niklas. And he's going like a driver. No, he switched the disc.
Yeah, but he was trying to throw that in for sure. He was not.
Yeah.
He was not pleased with that roll away, so he wanted revenge and pulled it into the tree. And now he's faced with a circle 2 putt for par.
And he's still bogey free the whole tournament. And another close run from you from circle 2, third one.
Ugh, I hate to see it.
So this is for par, and that's in.
That's a great save. That was a tough putt to hit after what just happened.
Yeah. He wasn't happy.
I'm sure he's feeling relieved that he made the par.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still leading by 7, so.
Yeah, worth to mention, Niklas, he's cruising still. And a great birdie for Josef.
Linus.
And again, he needed to wait a long time to get
Yeah.
his birdie.
4 under through 5, cruising.
Yeah, and I mean, there is nothing special happening. He's just making every shot, pretty much. Only one miss. Hole
Boringly
6,
good.
hole 6, downhill, 115. This is basically a must birdie for these guys, and there is nothing really in between except that one big tree, which is basically only on the sidearm play. So any tee shot going outside the circle one is kind of a missed shot.
Definitely a missed shot for the top players here. The tricky part about this hole is the fast green, and you kind of have to come in on a nice angle, keep it slow, but you still have to throw it to 377 feet. So it is a touchy kind of shot.
And that is exactly what Linus did there. Very good touch and control. Speed control was great. This hole was birdied by 44% and only 5% bogeys. And another little turnover shot from Josef.
Yeah,
And this is tracking well. A little bit short, yeah, but still inside the circle.
He loves throwing that putter. He throws it on the perfect line almost every time.
And this line is great. Looks good.
Yeah, I love how he played the turnover towards that tree and just have the disc straighten out flat and slide all the way up there. Again, making it look much easier than it was.
4 backhand straight shots. And you give it a little bit more height than those other guys.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with how high I threw that. The line was great, and it came in slow enough to still stay inside the circle. But I think I'm the furthest away. No.
Nice putt for Josef for birdie. Are we going to see the first star frame here? Maybe.
Actually, hole 3 we also star framed.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this is going to be, after I nail that one, yeah, for Linus and Niklas, this is going to be a routine tap-in.
So this will take Linus 5 under through 6 if he makes this. No question. Great start.
Officially a hot start.
Yes, great start.
This is a cool hole to get a star frame on.
It is. Niklas, 4 down through 6. Good start. And this is the European tradition, Central European tradition. Ringing those
Rattle
chains.
the chains.
Exactly. Okay, let's move the next hole. This is hole 7. It's a 93 meters uphill, and it's actually playing well under par because there is not really much, danger. You just need to make the shot, but it's quite uphill.
I love this hole, and I'm surprised we haven't seen a hole in one yet on this one because it allows you to fully attack because of the severe uphill right behind the basket. The whole hole is actually very uphill, so you just want to laser it at the basket.
And that is a laser.
Give it a chance.
Great shot from Linus. He's having the flow right now.
That seems like it.
Come on. And yeah, he makes actually even closer than Linus. He's in the bullseye.
Team Sweden's parked.
Niklas' drive is leaking left, hits the tree, but has a pretty good kick. He's inside the circle.
Yeah, he barely nicked that tree, had some forward momentum going, and he's also right on the bullseye's edge.
You had that same kick the other day, and that's a little bit early release to the left, but you actually got the distance. You ended up on those trees, probably on the circle's edge.
Yeah, I was right underneath that log. I didn't actually find my disc at first. But I'm just outside the circle, uphill putt.
Nice. So that was a famous German lock putt.
I like it. The vlog putt.
And Nick Nosto from 6 meters, no worries. This is going to be another star frame, back to back. Well, we're now on the part of the, 3 par 3s. So basically you want to get all those.
Yeah, you want to get a turkey on those 3.
There you go.
Oh, we rattle them again. That's the fun part of disc golf.
Okay. You go, hole 8.
Hole 8, shortest hole on the course. It is a sidearm shot. I really like the sidearm skip shot. If I was confident in it, I would totally play that, and I think that's definitely the play. There's really only 2 trees to miss. There's also a backhand turnover that I'm going to choose, but a little more branches and a little lower ceiling comes into play, so it's the trickier shot, but even if you hit those, you're still left with like a 11, 12 meter putt, which you can knock down all day.
And Linus makes a perfect backhand turn. I mean, this is a perfect shot.
That was the perfect shot. That's how you make it look really easy again.
That's the window you need to hit in order to get under the basket.
That's the 4th hole in a row he just absolutely parked.
And this is a little bit too much speed, but he's like on the edge of circle. So that road is actually not OB, it's beyond the roll, so it's still relatively safe to go even a little bit hard there. And Niklas, he's been developing a very good sidearm, so it's like a very compact, but this is like too much left. But yeah, it's still coming in, so he missed the left side tree by a bit, and now he's in 6 meters again.
Yeah, he missed his line by 3 feet, and now he's 6 feet longer than he wanted to be, but still in the Niklas tap-in zone.
You like that.
I told myself higher next time, higher, because I threw that about twice as high as I was intending to. But it got through a bit, and I'm definitely still in range.
Yeah, this is like a mid-circle 2, 15 meters. And a slow clap.
I hate to see it. Oh no.
That was so close. He wanted that.
Those are so painful when you let it go and you see it. That's good, it's good, it's good. Nope, not good.
Yeah.
Little 6 meter tap-in.
Yep.
Niklas 6 under. Linus has a putt to go 7 under.
And you're also having one of those slow starts.
Yeah, I'm dangling around 3 under. Not very impressed.
7 under through 8 holes. That's pretty good. Hole 9. This is a giant par 4 downhill, pretty wide open, but you see the tree on the left, that's the corner tree you need to basically clear in order to get another long approach shot to the green and potential birdie. This is, as you said earlier, this is one of the funnest holes to drive. Sometimes there is a little bit wind coming towards to you, but today is another beautiful day, no wind whatsoever. And actually this was one of the hotter days, so it was actually quite hot.
Yeah, we were also dealing with humidity. The palms were sweaty, and overall still just, it felt like we were playing in a dreamland.
Yeah, and Linus is really ripping this, and he's landing in the middle of the fairway. No problems. That's a great place to get a shot for the birdie. Niklas is, I mean, Finns in general are known for big drives and long drives, but Niklas is not known for the long drives, but he still can get there.
He throws plenty far enough. And, I mean, with perfect accuracy in almost every shot, you don't need to throw those extra 50 feet. Like, that doesn't even do that much.
Yeah, his angle control is something you need to look. I mean, he's basically hitting every angle he's going for.
Yeah. I think that's true.
I like this height. I think
that's beautiful.
that height is perfect, because if you go any higher, you're going to end up more left and you don't get that much distance. I think this is a little bit further than the other guy's drives. And you're going for it. Full send.
Whoops.
That's inside. That was a very favorable kick.
Very good break. I was shocked when I saw I was in the fairway. Maybe not deserved. I should take my time a bit and get back into the zone.
So what's your play here?
Throwing it's about a 10-speed fairway driver. Just try to hit it flat down the middle and have it do the work, and it just panned out to the right. Never got me the skip or the hyzer finish, so I was not too pleased with that throw.
Yeah, that's far away for the birdie. Linus has more of an hyzer angle from this side.
Little air bouncy there on that one.
He wasn't happy, and he barely made that gap and ended up like outside circle 2. So this is a very long look. Niklas, very similar position. That's a mid-range. It's tracking to the basket. Hits the branch.
Wow, what a
Great shot.
It just, every time he throws, it just looks like he can like perfectly place the disc exactly where he envisioned in the sky. Like every time just hits that spot, and that's the result of practicing almost on a daily basis.
And that's the reason he's leading by 6 at the moment. So Josef goes a straighter line, and this is also a good shot. He needs to stop. Yep, there is an OB back, as you can see, so you can't and you don't want to go too far, but I haven't seen many OBs going there, so it's basically pretty safe. So you were going for this.
Yeah, I needed to make stuff happen. I was, of course, already in the mindset, running everything, and that was maybe a bit too enthusiastic on that one.
Yeah, you're 9 back and you're basically halfway the round 3, so you need to start making pretty much everything right now. And that was a missed opportunity for Linus.
Well, it's okay. I think he's in good position still.
Yep. That was a longer compactor than I thought.
I don't remember if that was circle 1 or circle 2, but it was right on the edge again.
Okay, nice birdie for Josef after that one heartbreaking putt on the last hole.
Yeah, this hole's a bonus birdie.
Yep. And Nika he's getting 1 over Linus. Well,
most shocking part of the front 9 for me.
Yeah, I mean, that should be in.
I didn't know he could make mistakes like that, but I mean,
yeah,
even
nerves.
Finnish kids are not robots.
All right, folks. This was the front 9. Linus had the hot score and start. 7 down through 9 holes. That's a very good start you want to have, because this gives you an opportunity to make like a huge round. Niklas, couple of mistakes, maybe one mistake, 1 bad roll away. He's right there still leading comfortably. So it's like a one-man's race at the moment, because all the others haven't got the perfect start.
Nope, but that's what the back 9 is for, and
see you there.